Hope all is well. So I just wanted to take a second. I just wanted to take a second to talk about why we even started our funding business to begin with 5-6 years ago, which then led to now teaching others how to start their funding business. So brokerages or brokers. We hate brokers. And this is coming from somebody that used to do the whole broker play, do the broker thing. So I'm going to just, give you my opinion and tell you what the facts are too. So brokers shop your info around. So let's say I was the client. If I was submitting soft pool, we could pre-qualify you for X amount based on soft pool pre-qualifications. Anybody can do this with Experian, with Credible, with Fiona. These are loan marketplaces that are basically brokerages that have affiliates with all of these banks. I learned that was all brokers were doing, is they were putting my info in a database where a whole bunch of banks were, and they had affiliate commission structure contracts with each of these things. And so if it's your people, that means that they're shopping your people's info around, and that's where your people start to get like these emails and these text messages and these letters in the mail of all of these random spammy loan things or line of credit things, even though they're not legit. Like banks that might not even be licensed, notarized, or bonded, or none of that. Might not have no certification. People put some money together and was like, we a bank. So brokerages don't care whether the lender is a good fit or not. They don't care if the terms are going to set you or your client up for success. It's literally like them throwing your info, which is spaghetti, at the wall and seeing what sticks. And anybody that bites, actually a fish analogy would be better. They're casting the reel, or however you fish, whatever the words are, and seeing if they get a bite. Anything that bites, they like, yep, we got a winner. They like, yeah, we got a winner. And now I'm gonna take it up a notch, right? They keep your info, then they sell your info to these different banks. They sell your info. And they keep track of you and keep you in their pipeline so that they can reach out in a month, 3 months, 6 months. And they nurture for the purpose to see if you qualify for more funding later. Not like, yo, John, how are you? No. None of that. Did you reach your goals with the funding you already got? Nah, they're not asking that question. Right? Because they're just shotgunning your approval. So it doesn't matter the rate. It doesn't matter the structure. It doesn't matter if it wrecks your credit long term. It doesn't matter if it's for you. All that matters is that it gets approved, because if it gets approved, they get paid. That's their core intention as a brokerage. They're a commercial company. They're bigger, right? So the more leads they get and the more people they pre-qualify, the better they meet their quotas. Move on. That's not what we do. We built our company on the opposite principle as funders. This is important. This is important because brokerages are the reason we even started our funding business. I had literally paid 3 different brokerages affiliate commissions to manage my people. So I paid to get in their program to refer people. Yes. And I sat next to my people on the phone with the brokerage that I had already dabbled and invested in a few mentorships. And so I knew the language a little bit more than the common person. And how they were talking in the mentorships isn't how they spoke to the client. So they were making these big promises, and the client, I'm able to speak on behalf of the client and be like, hey, this client has a really thin file, right? Even though they have an 803 or 800 score, 850, it's not like they deliberately built that 850 through capital stacking. It was an accident. It's an accidental 803, not from years of intentional credit building, right? And they're like, oh, no worries, we got you. They'll get with the 803. Oh, you're gonna get 500K funding. We got blah, blah, blah. What did they do? They would hype the client up, and then they would come back and say, oh, 7 of the 8 business credit cards that we applied for got declined. The one that we did get was Capital One, and that reports on your personal credit. Just letting you know. And then you did get approved for some personal loans. Here's 2 of them. One's at 22% interest and one's at 15%. I'm like, bro, what? What? And it's like, y'all didn't communicate none of this. Y'all didn't say none of this. Like, how is this in the best interest of the person? And we talking about, like, my cousins, my childhood best friends, my mama. Like, we talking about people around me. People I know and love. Right? And then don't even get me started on commissions. So I'm gonna say the numbers slowly because they can be confusing. So most affiliate companies, the way their program works is they pay you 10% or 15 or 20% of their 30%, which they call gross profit, of the 10%, which is the real gross profit, which is the success fee. Meaning, if they go and get my client that I referred to them, $100K, they're going to charge $10K, and then say of the $10K, they actually only made $3K, and then they're going to pay me a whopping $300. And starting off, it made sense for me. I'm like, whoa, I'm going to make a bag. I'm going to make a whole lot of money, Dion. But nah. The thought going into it was like, well, I don't know what to do. I don't have the connections. I don't know the sequences, right? And they do. So let me go to them. But they weren't handling my people. They weren't handling my people well. And now here's what I do know. I do know people. I do know that my people want to be taken care of. My people want to be cared for. My people want to be seen and recognized and heard. And so this is how we built our funding company. We built our funding company asking, hey, what are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish? And, oh, you don't qualify right now? Let's not try to get you a 25% interest loan, okay? Like, let's build you up and take all the correct action steps today that puts you in the best position 3 months from now. Is that what you want to hear? No, but is that the best thing for you 1 month from now, 3 months from now, 12 months from now, 24 months from now? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because that loan will bankrupt you. That MCA, that'll bankrupt you. Yeah. So you playing around with these brokers, right? I'm not saying you. I'm saying like me, right? They're not taking good care of my people. My people ending up in bad spots. And so what I want to say to you is like, you do know people. You know people. You know people that want funding. You know people around you that are in your vicinity that have a business or that have a credit score. You know people who want more money. And how do I know that? How do I know that you know people that want more money? Because we all go to work. We all work. That's how I know we want more money. And we want a better life. And so I want to work with the funding company that understands what I want, right? I want to help people achieve that better life by giving them access to funding, and not just access, but also the knowledge of how to use the funding. I want to give them access to how we got them the funding so that they can improve in life and understand, oh, well, this is what this person did. This is all I have to do. I don't ever have to pay another funding company again. Credit is something we're going to have for the rest of our lives. Funding is something we're going to deal with for the rest of our lives. Credit is everywhere. Funding is everywhere. It's not just business cards or like BLOCs. It built the entire economy. It's roads, schools, stadiums, homes, commercial buildings, trains, buses, banks, bars, everything run on credit. Everything. And so if you don't learn to play the game, you'll constantly have to go through a broker that won't handle your person well. It's like you might as well, at that point, you might just learn it. Instead of getting paid $300 and then your people end up with a bad experience and taste in their mouth, right? And let's just say you were making $3,000. You making $3K when you could be making 15, 10, 20. You get somebody $100K in funding, send a 10% invoice. That could be you. Just do the work. That'll kill the day job. That'll kill the side hustle. That'll kill the small side business. It'll kill it. What? I quit my $15 an hour job the first day I made $10K. I did that through funding. And I got my boss $400K. He paid me $10K. I was satisfied. I'm like, King, can I quit? Right? And the most I ever made in a single day through funding was $60,000. What? Me? Little old me? What? I didn't even know credit went past 800 5 years ago. So that means anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. They just gatekeep the information, and then there's so much misinformation on social media that it makes it sound complex and difficult. It's not. It's not. Now, there's levels to business. I'll say that. There's levels. And so what we've done in our Funding Mastery program is we've went through building a funding business every single day for the last 365 days for the last 5 years. So all the systems, all the processes, all the connections, all the sequences, all of the communication that needs to happen in every single step, we've systematized. We literally have a system for it. What we find is a lot of people try to get into funding, and they're like training for a boxing match and then they go in the ring and get knocked out because they thought that it was going to be like how it was when they trained. And nah, it's building a business. So we teach people how to build a funded business, right? We teach people how to build a funded business. Dion, if you're interested in that, I would love to take the conversation forward. And again, sorry, Theo, for stealing your chat. I know you was chopping it up with my beds. I know you was chopping it up with him, but I know you was chopping it up. Yeah, I just had to say that. It's because it just gets on my nerves. Like, we need to empower ourselves and do the things that make us money and do the things that put our people in a better position and makes them money so that we all learn and educate ourselves on how to grow through the resources we already have. We don't need X, Y, and Z person to get it for us and not even care about our actual goals, right? But I appreciate your time today. I'll talk to you in a bit. Peace.